What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. We're back with another festival playlist. This time we are in the spring season, and as always we are doing the photo challenge first. For the photo challenge we have to take a photo of any Aston Martin at the standing stones. The first thing we need to do is pick an Aston Martin, so you go to change car, and luckily Aston is very far at the front because it starts with A. And then you pick whichever one you like. I have already picked one. And well, that's what you got to do. And if you do not have an Aston Martin, you go to either one of your homes or the festival and you buy one. There are some relatively inexpensive ones, like for example this one. Well, 500,000 isn't inexpensive, but you know, or this one, or this one, you know. You don't get one for 10,000, but you know, comparatively inexpensive. And then you need to get to the standing stones. They are on the map, they are here, but they're actually like where my car is. I don't know why the text is over there, probably because there's no space here. And I will actually zoom out a little further so you know where it is. It's down here, bottom right. And the standing stones are these here that, well, they stand around here and that's all they do. And then you take a picture. And the best case scenario is that it completes the photo challenge. There we go. That wasn't so difficult, right? So you can probably do that, and we move on to our set of challenges in the weekly Forzathon. First up for the weekly Forzathon, we have to own and drive any track toy vehicle. So once again we go to change car and we filter the car type to track toys. Probably past them, no we're not. And then you have a wide array of cars, and you pick whichever one you like. I personally will pick, I haven't made up my mind yet, either the Corvette, the Ferrari, or the Lambo. Actually, the Lambo is pretty. I used it for the... Did I use it for the photo challenge last time? I think I did. And then we have completed it. There we go. For chapter 2 we have to make it look easy by earning a total of 12 stars from speed zones with your track toy. Now the 12 stars mean you have to do at least 4 and at most 12, because you get either 1, 2 or 3. And what I can tell you is you can tune your car to make it a little bit easier. And then you just pick one of the speed zones on the map. We can quickly filter for them, in case you don't know where they are. Filter for speed zones, and then you get a wide array of speed zones probably. And I would recommend, since you're using a track toy car, to not use the off-road ones. And instead stick to the road ones, but which one of these you want to do, that's entirely up to you. Just pick whichever one you like, and it's going to be fine. We're going to do one together, and then we'll see each other after I am done with those. And as you can see, that should have been 3 stars. 167 I think is 3 stars. Yes, that is 3 stars. And I'll just do that 3 more times, and then we'll see each other with the next chapter.
When it is safe to do so.
For chapter 3 we have to do your track toy speed and agility are perfect ingredients for scoring big. See what it can do by earning a total of 1 million skill score. That's a lot. What I would suggest for this is to get the car masteries if you have the points, because 1 million is a lot. And generally speaking, you will, well, you don't need to get the wheel spin, but let's just do that as well. A car that we can sell. Generally what I would recommend is the extra life one, and that is because an accident can happen quickly, and extra life gives you the opportunity to bank your points and not lose everything. Unless you chain 2 accidents, then you're done, but you know, shouldn't do that. But a lot of these skills will just increase the amount of skill points you get and the speed at which you get them. And 1 million is still a lot, and it's actually very welcome that you can build them up over time. You don't need to get 1 million at once, which would be quite challenging. So even if you're completely and totally inept, if you do that for long enough, you can get to 1 million skill points. You just have to do it until you get it. You can really just drive around and bank the points, do drifting, do wreckage, do jumps, like this one for example, and just really drive around in whichever area you like really. Depending on the area you are, you get different opportunities for skill points. You can go for special ones, like when you're in the town, going for the bin man, or the postal ones. When you're here, going for the wreckage ones, or the kangaroo ones, if you just chain the jumps a little bit, which all give 1000 points, or sideswipe ones, when you kind of drift into something. So there are so many opportunities to get a lot of points, and as you can see while I was talking, we're already up to 30,000 times 5, so that's 150,000 points. Right there without much trouble. And thanks to one of the car masteries, we are not even really at risk of losing it. Obviously, if you want to keep the chain alive, you can always drift a little bit. Now we're already up to 200,000 points. And it just goes like that, and you just drive around and chain the points. And like I said before, you don't need to get them in at once. It would be really cool if you get them at once. I'm not going to dispute that, but you don't need to. You need 1 million in total. And you really just keep doing that, and you try to chain some drift, some wreckage. What I wouldn't recommend is going for close calls like here and just trying stuff like that, because the risk at crashing is very big if you do that. And even though we get a second chance, it's, I don't know, I'd keep it a little safer. Here we wasted our first chance, and I'm actually going to bank those points. That's what I would recommend. Once you have your first crash, just bank the points. Just stand still, bank the points, and then do another streak. So that's 372,000 done, and we'll see each other once I completed the full 1 million. And then for chapter number 4, we have to put in some hot laps and take home the gold by winning 3 road circuit events in your track toy. Now the only thing you have to watch out for is that you actually pick circuit events, and I'm going to show you what I mean. You need to pick the road racing series, and then you have the circuit events like this one, you know, the ones that go in a circle, and then you have the sprint events, and you need to pick the circuit ones. That's why it says put in some hot laps, because you have to, you know, complete laps. Make sense? Think so. And then you just complete three of the races. This is complete or win? Winning. You have to win them. There is no difficulty requirement, so if you can't win the races, just turn on the difficulty. and you just have to use your track toy car. What you do have as an option is custom races as well. If you just can't win them, pick some custom race made for the specific festival playlist challenge, and then you can probably do it as well, and we'll see each other after completing the 3 races. Once you're done with the weekly Forzathon and the 3 races, you can move on to the danger sign. It's this one down here, and we need to reach 672.6, which is just barely above the 3-star rating. Choose something that can accelerate very quickly down the hill. This is a downhill section. And then we should be able to beat that. So you just need to make sure you get a good run up down the hill. And we're getting exactly that.
You have arrived at your destination.
And that should be good enough to complete it. There we go. 1110. More than enough. And we will see each other with the speed trap. For the speed trap, we need to get this one, the Old Town one, at 210 miles an hour. This has a fairly simple run up through the town here, and you can just start slightly outside the town and then pick up on the speed. The challenge is to not hit the traffic. That's really going to be the challenge here. The speed itself is not going to be the big challenge, I don't think. As you can see, we have completed it relatively comfortably, and we'll see each other with the speed zone. And then last we have the speed zone. Right here we need to reach 86 miles an hour, which is just one above the 3-star rating. And because we have used the rally fighters so often, we are using the Hoonigan RS200 again. I recommend starting on the bottom side of it. It's pretty hard to do starting from this side, and we're just going to jump right into it. You want to take a little bit of a run up here to get started with some good speed. Then take that through here, get your average high, and then you will lose a lot of speed through this corner. But the cleaner you get through, the easier it is to then just finish it here, and that finished very comfortably. And that completes the seasonal objective. And on that note, you can see we've done it all. The rest is just races left. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can do it as well. And until next time, farewell.